Hello, and what is up, guys? It's Jaeger from Screencasters, doing an upload and an update to a deck that a lot of you thought were dead, and technically you're still right, because this is, and will forever be, zombies. Yes, you thought they were dead, and rightfully so, because they are zombies. I can fit a lot of puns into this, don't worry. So, with Lava Chain being banned, zombies took the biggest hit. I don't care what you say. I'm just saying, I've played zombies and I'm fucking pissed about that. Lava Chain got unrightfully so bad. Unchain the chain, my niggas. Anyway, alright, so this is a deck profile update of my zombies. I know you saw the Yugi Nono video, hopefully, about the new way to play zombies is with Light Sworns, and while it does add more explosive plays, as well as some new things you could do, I disagree with that because it is random, and I have tried it and I don't like it. Precise milling is the way to go. This is my build of zombies. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I've been talking for too long. Let's get into deck profile. Yay. Zombies. Anything first things first, you do 3 uni-zombie. Uni-zombie is one of the best cards in the deck. He's the best zombie by far because he is a tuner, as well as starts most of your plays. Basically, you could add a level to either... You could add a level to a monster on either side of the field by sending a card, discarding a card from your hand to the graveyard, or sending a zombie from your deck to the graveyard. You can use both of those effects once per turn. But if you do, nobody can attack it, sorry for that, except for zombies. Now, the cool thing about that is you could discard a Mizuki and send a Mizuki from your deck to the graveyard. To further your plays, Mizuki can special summon himself and bring out another one. And he's as well as a tuner. There's a lot of cool things you can do with uni-zombie. He's mandatory at 3 in this deck, now that the Lava Chain has been taken from us. So there's that. Then we do 3 Mizuki. Now Mizuki is another mandatory at 3 in the deck. He's just too good not to run 3 of. Basically, you banish him, special summon any zombie that's still in your graveyard. Typically, you want to bring him back to the graveyard as well. Get as many as you can in the graveyard and just keep spamming and abusing them. You gotta love Mizuki. He's basically your main way of getting zombies on the field. Then we do 3 Destiny Hero Malicious. I've always been a fan of the Mali Plague combo. I did have to cut Plague in quantity, still in the deck, but not as much because of space issues. And the loss of Lava Chain really affects that. I'll get to that later. But the thing about Malicious, he's your main source of levels for the deck. He's level 6 if he's in your graveyard. You can banish him and special summon another copy from the deck. And I know there's the Mali curse, where you draw 3 Destiny Hero Malicious in your opening hand. You kind of have to scoop. There are ways around that. None of them are ethical, but they do work. So that's some things you just can't help. It's like drawing 3 Scattershot, you know? But, yeah, this is going good. If you play Malicious, you gotta run 3 of these bitches. Yee. On to the Warriors. We do 1 Diamond Dude, 1 Dark Grepher, and 1 Armageddon Knight. Diamond Dude is solely there as a searchable Destiny draw target. You use Destiny Draw to send Malicious as well as Diamond Dude to the graveyard. Start some of your plays, get some free draws. Dark Grepher, him and Arm Knight were really important back in the days where you had Lava Chain and could do the rank 4 variant, which is what I used to have. Basically, you Summoner Monk, discard a spell, special summon your Dark Grepher, discard the Mali or Plague in your hand, to send a Mali or Plague from your deck to the graveyard. You can see the really cool things you can do with that. But yeah, he's still really useful for doing the same thing. He's just not as easy to get a hold of, like to get in your hand with that setup as he used to. Especially with Lava Chain, but oh well. Armageddon Knight, you can send a Mali or Plague from your deck to the graveyard, start some of your plays. You cannot send Mizuki, however, because Mizuki is an Earth. So that's the Warriors. These all are Rhoda searchable. For the 1-ofs, we do 1 Tristan and 1 Isolde, Belle of the Underworld. I always loved Tristan and Isolde. I just never found a way. Sorry, my mom is really loud. I always wanted to put them in a deck, but I never knew how. Like, I know what they do, but the thing that really gets me is you can't special summon other than zombies for the rest of the turn. I think that's Isolde's effect. Anyway, you could use them to go into Bram with any 2 zombies. Well, her effect. Tristan, he's basically your Degesto Emerald for the deck, sort of. When he's normal summoned, you could bring either himself, or Isolde, or Uni-Zombie, or Zombie Master from your graveyard to your hand to reuse it. Isolde, if you have this guy, you can special summon her, or you can just normal summon her without him on the field, and then choose any 2 zombies, including yourself. and choose a level between 5 and 8, and they both become that level. So you can see how this really goes into if you go into Bram or Lancelot. I know Lancelot just came out to TCG. I need to get a hold of him. But he's a really good rank 8 that gets some of your plays started. Well, continue to go for the OTK push. These are really good 1-ups. I never really needed more than one, because you only resolve 1 or 2. And the last of the zombies, we do 1 Zombie Master and 1 Plague Spreader Zombie. Plague used to be really important when Level Chain was still a thing, but now that it's not, you kind of cut down on the ways you can use Plague. Uni-zombie is kind of like a better Plague. Plague is a better tuner, but uni-zombie is a better card overall. Still really useful for that, rank level 8 dragon play with Malicious. The Zombie Master, discard a monster, bring back a zombie, special summon it. What's there not to like? Can make rank 4s, can make a level 7 synchro with uni-zombie if you don't use his effect. Excuse me. And a level 8 synchro with uni-zombie if you do use his effect. So, cool things you can do with that. And 1 Dark Arm Dragon. It's really easy to get 3 darks in the deck, so he's really easy to make. Free popping is always good. Onto the spells, we do 2 Book of Life. I've never really been a fan of cards that rely on your opponent to do something in order to use them. Except for Cyber Dragon, of course, because they gotta summon monsters or they can't win. That's their final countdown. Anyway, Book of Life. Banish 1 of your opponent's monsters, special summon 1 zombie from your graveyard. It's really good, but I don't see the need for 3 of it. It can't be dead if you're going first, so it's really good if you can pull it off. Like if it's if you can resolve it, it's just a really good card. There's that. On to 2 Destiny Draw. Only do 2, and I didn't see the need for 3 in my playtesting. You only really use it to discard your 1 Mally or Diamond Dude, and Diamond Dude is Rota searchable, so this isn't dead nearly at all. I feel that 3 would be dead, or Cloggy, so this was going good for me. 2 Forbidden Lance, and 2 MST for your back row hate. Lance to make sure your plays go through. You don't want them to break through skill your, uni-zombie, or your Zombie Master, anything of that sort. MST for general back row hate, like Vanities, a skill drink, because they're running around, right? This is what I'm doing. For the 1-ups, we do 1 Rhoda, because we only have like 3 targets. 1 Allure, 1 Barrel from a different dimension, 1 Foolish Barrel, and 1 Raigeki. Raigeki for board clearing, Foolish to just send basically anything you want, get it back, get some pluses. Burial to recycle back your Mizukis. And Allure, you run so many darks, why wouldn't you run this? Free draw power, the cost of banishing isn't that bad at all. So that's what I've been doing. Onto the traps, the really important part of the deck. So we're going to do 2 Mirror Force and 2 Fiendish Chain. General Monster Negation, and to stop the opponent from the OTK push. This also stops them from attacking, so I prefer it over Breakthrough Skill. 2 Phoenix Wind Blast. 2 Karma Cut, discard your Mizukis. On the spot banishing is a good thing. This makes your opponent go back a turn, which is really good and really powerful as well. So we do 1 Bottomless Trap Hole and 1 Solemn Warning. Solemn Warning, you get to negate a summon. These are both really good against Pendulum decks. Bottomless, banish anything 1500 or higher. They Pendulum summon and beat the crap out of them with it. And you could always pay for Solemn. Well, at least in this deck anyway. I don't have the Lancelot, so I have 1 Bram, and Felgrand is actually the proxy for Lancelot. Bram is really powerful. You can make him with a Soul Day and any other zombie. Just call 5, make a rank 5, do cool things. Lancelot is just a boss. You gotta read his effect. It's so broken. And for the rank 4s, you do 1 Gaga Cowboy, 1 Gaga Samurai, 1 Castell, and 1 number 101 Silent Honor Arc. Kind of self-explanatory staples. 101, you can steal a monster, save yourself with a material. Castell does the same thing, but shuffles into the deck, so we can't get that graveyard effect. Samurai for damage, and Gaga for gain. Shooting for gain. For level 6 synchros, you want Metaphys Horus and 1 Goyo Guardian. Goyo is a really good card this format. I've always loved Goyo, especially with Forbidden Lance, so you make sure that hit goes through. You may be weaker, but 2000s do a lot. Metaphys Horus, it's basically like an on-the-spot breakthrough skill, because you're only using effect monsters to go into them, so you can negate one thing permanently. You don't always go into them, but you can. 1 level 7 is 1 Yahtzee, Evil of the Yang Zing. If I had a clear wing, I would put in here, but I don't, so this does just as good. For the level 8 dragons, we would do 1 Bales, 1 Dark M Dragon, 1 Scrap Dragon, 1 Stardust Spark Dragon, 1 Void Ogre Dragon. These are level 8 dragons of the deck. All the level 8s of dragons, I love it. Void Ogre, really powerful against Necros. When a smaller trap is activated, you have no cards in your hand, negate and destroy that bitch. Really powerful. Once per turn, so you gotta time it really well. 3,000, 3,000, nothing to complain about either. Stardust Spark, protect itself or any of your monsters. Make sure they don't be destroyed with battle or card effects. Scrap Dragon combos well with Beals. Target 2 cards on the field, 1 your side, 1 your opponent's. Pop both of them. And I really like Dark End, mainly because he sends it to the graveyard. So if one monster is like stopping you, you can just send it to the graveyard, push for game, push for more damage. Sorry for that. Basically for pushing for damage, and Beals is the tank of zombies. He is the card that we always go into as often and as much as we can. Basically the strongest level 8 in the game. Always loved him. And the last of the extra deck, we do 1 Dragoscytos, the corrupted Nether Soul Dragon. I really love this card. It's really easy to make. Just, you've noticed all the level 8 dragons, all the level 8s of the deck, all of them are dragons. So you can make the level 8 dragons, which are really easy to make in this deck specifically, and just bring out Plague Spreader Zombie, synchro him with Plague with one of the level 8 dragons, sorry about that. And you can make this guy. And he's a 4,000 beater, can't be short on battle. If for some reason you don't OTK them, you can half one of your opponent's monster's attack points and deal burn damage for them. What's there not to like? I've always loved this card. It's really powerful and it's so easy to make in this deck. So busted. So this is my zombie deck profile, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I put a lot of effort and time into making this deck profile. Zombies aren't dead. They aren't dead yet. Well, they're dead, but damn it, you know what I mean. Anyway, so this is Jaeger from Screencaster. Remind me to like the video, comment the video, any tech choices or suggestions you have for the deck, and subscribe to the channel to see more epic and amazing videos similar to this one. See ya, guys.